Okay, so I got. here to here to there, and then so I play all the way through, and then hang on, so this to the coda. Okay, I got it.
rise for the entry of the bride. Who gives Shilpa to be married to Wesley today? Great. Everybody please be seated. You may step forward. Okay, you face me. On behalf of Shilpa and Wesley, I want to welcome everyone to the western portion of this wedding celebration weekend. Both Shilpa and Wesley are extremely honored that you all can be here to witness their happiest and holiest moment of their lives. So thank you so much for being here. We are gathered here today in the sight of God and in the presence of these witnesses to join Shilpa and Wesley together in holy matrimony. Marriage is an honorable estate instituted by God for the well-being of humanity. Marriage is a union, a relationship in which two people forsake all others for the sake of becoming one. When Paul the Apostle, inspired by the Holy Spirit, thought of the perfect illustration for the relationship between humanity and Christ, he used the imagery of marriage. And for this reason, marriage is not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, soberly, and with the fear of God. So, Shilpa and Wesley, this is my charge to you. Remember that your commitment to one another is more than just a feeling of love, but a covenant of love. It should be founded on loyalty, faithfulness, patience, and forgiveness. Okay, let's turn to each other. We'll hold hands. Wesley, will you have Shilpa to be your wedded wife, to live together in holy estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, keeping yourself only for her, so long as you both shall live? Yes. Shilpa, good answer. Shilpa, will you have Wesley to be your wedded husband, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keeping yourself only for him, so long as you both shall live? Yes, all right. Now, foundational to marriage is the ability to keep promises with one another. Throughout your marriage, you'll be making many promises, small, big, implied, and obvious ones. Today, you'll be making your first promise to each other, which will be your vow. This is the promise in which you build your marriage upon. Now, both Wesley and Shilpa have prepared their own vows for each other. Wesley? There's one coming.
I think I have my voice back. Just for this. Shilpa, look at us. we made it. I'm elated to be standing here with you today. As you know, I'm not the most articulate of speakers, nor am I the most cogent of writers. When thinking about what I wanted to include in this vow, I found myself struggling. How do I encapsulate my love for you on this piece of paper? How do I tell everyone here why I love you? After constant rumination and allowing my anxiety to fester, which as a psychologist I know better, it suddenly came to me. I love you because of the life story we've created together and the life story I am thrilled to continue to build with you. I want to revisit some of those moments. Perhaps they can better illustrate what I cannot. It's summer, 2018. Nebraska is hot and muggy. The corn is growing, the cicadas are singing. I hate both. I just wrapped up year 1 of my PhD program and moved up to Omaha from Lincoln. If someone were to tell me I'd meet my future wife in Nebraska, I would have called them a liar. If someone were to tell me I'd meet my future wife in Nebraska, she'd be a California native, we'd settle down in the Bay Area and have a fat cat named Binks after Hocus Pocus, I would have called them a liar and told them to go choke on a cicada. This was the start of our love story. It's October 31st, 2018. It's already snowed. It's 15 degrees out, and the sun's retreat is an invitation for the frost to creep in. But here we are, snuggled under a blanket, eating Sonic corn dogs, the 50-cent a piece special you grew up with, and are now sharing with me. We dimmed the lights, not to be romantic, but to pretend we aren't home so we can avoid trick-or-treaters. I think there's something special here. It's March 2019. We're on spring break. We spent the last few days in Lake Tahoe and are now headed to Virginia City, Nevada. It's one of my personal favorite places in the world. I'm excited to share sarsaparilla, haunted hotels, and the old mining history of the Comstock with you. And I'm going to learn that love perseveres in sickness and in health. It's August 2020. The pandemic is hitting the Midwest hard. It's your intern year. You're exhausted, emotionally spent, and just drained. My infection has returned again. We're looking at a 4th major back surgery in less than 4 years. I remember feeling defeated. Yet through these challenges, and with the world falling apart, you were my rock. You cared for me, cooked, cleaned, when I could barely stand. Your kindness, selflessness, patience is what kept me going. Your love rehabilitated me, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When I was broken, you kept me whole. It's October 2021. We're back in our favorite place. We're engaged on the Comstock and reflecting on where we've been and where we'll go. We're living in Mountain View now. You're in PGY2 at Stanford, and I'm gearing up to defend my dissertation on Zoom. Also, our cat really needs to go on a diet now. We're happy and content. We have a new narrative to write together. And all this leads to today. You are the most kind, generous, patient, gentle, and selfless person I know. You make me want to be better for you and everyone around me. Loving you is easy. I'm looking forward to this next chapter of our lives together. And I'm looking forward to countless more Sonic Corn Dog Halloweens, but also starting our own traditions. So here it is. Here's to forever with you.
Now I feel like I should have gone first because I can't follow that one up. But Wesley, when I was young, I was never the kind of girl who would think about type of wedding I would have or the type of person that I would eventually marry. And I'm thankful for that because I don't think young Shilpa could have ever dreamt up someone like you. You are one of the most thoughtful and supportive people that I know. You not only make every one of my dreams seem so important, but you also act as though all of the random hobbies I pick up are the most interesting things in the world, even though I know you probably don't really care that much about hearing about them. Thank you for making me feel cherished and validated, and for always acting excited whenever I show you a new soap or a new beanie that I've made. I appreciate your kindness in all the big moments and all the gestures, but just as much in the everyday moments that we share together. Every single day, you show me in small ways how much you care for me. For volunteering to drive me everywhere just because you know I don't like to making sure my snack basket always topped up, to treating my grandparents like they're your own. And just as you've done for me, I promise to also be your #1 supporter, your biggest cheerleader, and to continue to pretend that I know what's going on whenever you put on a Dodger game. I cannot wait to continue to grow together, to enjoy not just the big moments, but also just the day-to-day flow of life together. And most importantly, to love and support each other for the rest of our lives.
Throughout our history, significant promises has always been paired with symbols that represent them, so we could commemorate those promises. The bride and the groom have decided that the object that they will represent their vows will be their wedding rings. Wesley? You could put your hand up and repeat after me. I, Wesley, take you, Shilpa, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do part, and thereto I pledge you my faith. And with this ring I give you, in token and in pledge of our constant faith and steadfast love. Okay. Shilpa. Repeat after me. I, Shilpa, take you, Wesley, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do part, and thereto I pledge you my faith. And with this ring I give you, in token and in pledge of our constant faith and steadfast love. Let's pray. O eternal God, creator and preserver of all people, giver of grace, the author of everlasting life, Send your blessings upon Shilpa and Wesley. Living faithfully together, may you guide them to perform and keep the vow and covenant they made before you and these witnesses, so they can create together peace and live according to your will. Amen. For as much as Shilpa and Wesley have consented together in holy wedlock before God and this company, they have pledged their faith to each other and have declared the same by giving and receiving a ring. Therefore, by the authority granted in me as a minister of Jesus Christ, I pronounce that you are now husband and wife, together in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Those whom God has joined together, let no one separate. Wesley, you may now kiss your bride. Let's face everybody. Shilpa and Wesley, go forth into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast to what is good. Render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Show honor to all. Love and serve the Lord, rejoicing in the power of the Holy Spirit. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, be upon you and remain with you forever. Amen. Friends and family, it is my honor to present to you for the second time today, as husband and wife, Drs. Shilpa Botla and Wesley Kobashigawa.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to welcome everyone out to the foyer for cocktail hour. Please, thank you.
Let's go.
always makes me smile. Oh, oh. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. Oh, oh. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. Oh, oh. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. Oh, oh. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. So let me sing for you, like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you, cries for you. So let me sing for you, about the streets and the avenues, there's nothing I'd rather do. Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. Oh, oh. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. Every time, every time, find the key without you. second try made me lose my mind, but maybe I was in the right direction. What we had was gold, now I just feel cold. I'm sick of hiding all the hurting inside. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Things I can't erase. You are my happy place. My head is full of everything we've been through. Your eyes are magic light, like fire in the dark. And after all that, you're my favorite stranger. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Why do I feel so blue? I can never count on you. It's a thing for two. I can do it without you. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. don't need no worry, worry, worry. Don't try to stop me from this falling, falling, falling. Tomorrow I won't feel sorry, sorry, sorry.
Check, check. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. As you're making your way in, I'd like to kindly request that everyone please find their seats so we can get promptly started with tonight's program. If you're not sure where your seat is, there should be a diagram right outside the ballroom that'll tell you where your seat is. So, make your way in, grab a cocktail, and then find a seat and enjoy. Thank you.
Don't try to stop me from this falling, falling, falling. Tomorrow I will feel sorry, sorry, and maybe then you'll start to feel her. You'll start to feel
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to kindly request that everyone please find their seats. We'd like to get started with tonight's program here in just a few minutes, but first we need everyone seated. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gents, I'd like to kindly request that everyone please be seated. We're going to get started with tonight's introductions here in just a few moments, but first, we need everyone seated. Thank you. Once again, for those of you that are still standing, I'd like to please request that you find your seat. If you're not sure where your seat is, there is a chart outside that will tell you where your seat is. So, if we could have everyone please find their seat in the next few moments. Thank you. two, 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Once again, ladies and gents, I see a few people still standing. If I could kindly request you to find your seat and please be seated. We're going to get started with the introductions here in just a second, but first, we need everyone, absolutely everyone in this room, seated. Thank you. Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? First and foremost, I would like to thank you all for coming to celebrate Wesley and Shilpa. Let's get a big round of applause for that wedding ceremony earlier. Beautiful ceremony. We're going to get started with our introductions here and introduce a few key people in the family. So first, I would like to welcome the groom's siblings. Please welcome Laura, his brother Brian, and his wife Ashley.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah.
All right, next up, I would like to welcome the bride's brothers. Please welcome Kalyan and Kishore. right, next I would like to introduce the groom's parents. Please welcome John and Carol Kabashigawa. Next up, please welcome the bride's parents, Vijaya and Ravi Botla. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one more big round of applause for all those special introductions. Next up, we have our bride and groom, but we're going to do a quick vibe check. They're standing right outside those doors right now. We want them to see you guys are ready for them. So, on my count of 3, I need everybody on the bride side to make as much noise as possible so she knows you guys are ready. One sec. On my count of 3, 1, 2, 3, make some noise! Groom side, I hope you guys are ready. You guys better come correct. Groom side, 1, 2, 3, make some noise! Bride side, you think you can do better? 1, 2, 3, make some noise! Groom side, one more time. 1, 2, 3, make some noise! All right, it is my honor to introduce to you for the very first time as husband and wife. Please welcome Wesley and Shilpa.
Hey, now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. DJ. Now walk it out. DJ Montana Trap. DJ On. Walk it out. We at it again, baby. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now Westside walk it out. Now Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Now hit the dance floor. Hey, bend your back low. She do it with no hands. Now stop, pop and roll. I'm smoking bubble. Yeah, they in trouble. I like the way she move. Undercover. Now everybody leaning. I make the crowd rock. Now go and walk it out. I see they on my job. She want that bubble gum. Is they the double mint? Two shooting me, so I know that I'ma win. It's on once again. Patron once again. I threw my head back, then I froze like the wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get one more round of applause for our bride and groom? At this time, I would like to welcome the bride and groom for their very first dance as husband and wife.
Of your love's like the warmth from the sun, and this will be our year. Took a long time to come. Don't let go of my hand now. The darkness has gone. This will be our year. Took a long time to come, and I won't forget
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our bride and groom. This time I'd like to welcome the bride and groom to have a seat. All right, next I would like to welcome our MCs for the evening to the dance floor. Please welcome Kalyan and Kishore.
Oh my God. Wow, it is so crazy to see so many familiar faces so far from home, and it's so exciting to see so many new faces here as well. So, they told me in advance that I'd have to give a speech at my sister's wedding, so I knew that this was coming for months at this point, but every time I sat down to try and come up with something, I couldn't. You know, like, I've known my sister for a very long time, obviously, and, like, I could go on and on about how she's a very kind, compassionate, empathetic person, but you all know that. And I could go on about her resiliency and her brilliance, but, you know, you all know that. So what I figured I'd do here tonight is share some of the intimate moments that we've shared as siblings over the years. So, one of my first memories, not even just of my sister, but ever, it wasn't of my mom, not of my dad, but me and my sister playing together in the loft of our apartment in Plaza de Ville in San Antonio, Texas. And I distinctly remember her, we were playing with stuffed animals, and she turned to me and she said, "Hey, when you fall asleep at night, this stuffed rabbit's gonna eat you." True story. And then later when we moved into a bigger house and we got a bigger playroom, my sister really got to unleash her creativity. And so we would come up with these games to play with each other. And her personal favorite was karate instructor. That involved her drop kicking me off the futon. And later on, as we grew up together, I don't know if some of you know, my sister is a big horror movie fanatic. She thought it'd be a great idea while my parents were away for a weekend to rent The Grudge from our local Blockbuster Video and traumatize my 9-year-old self to the point where I couldn't open my closet to get my clothes in the morning without my mom coming to help me. So I'm not telling you these stories to make my sister out as a horrible person, although you're welcome to draw that conclusion if you'd like. What I'm saying is that despite all of this, my sister is still my favorite person in the entire world. And she's always been there when I've needed advice. She has always been extraordinarily supportive of the choices I've made, and I could not appreciate her anymore. Thank you. Oh, wait. Wes. As the older brother, or as the oldest of the younger brothers, this is the part of the speech where I have to address you. Now, this is where I'm supposed to say that you better take care of my sister, or I'm coming for you. But if we're being honest, that's just completely unnecessary. Wes, I am very honored to see the way that you treat my sister with such respect and such care, and I couldn't ask any more of anyone, you know, and I'm very, very happy to call you my brother from now on. Thank you very much.
Well, that's going to be extremely difficult to follow up, but I will do my best. So my name is Kishore, and I'm the youngest brother in the Botla family. And so as my brother said, you all know Shilpa as a very caring, very selfless, very empathetic person. She's always there to help when you need it, to anyone, and it's one of her defining traits. But, you know, it wasn't always like that. And one of the prime examples that comes to mind is my potty training story. So, back when I was a baby, her and my mom made a bet that the loser had to change my diapers until I got potty trained. Every single one, no exceptions. And so, she catastrophically lost this bet, of course, and she was tasked with changing my diapers. And so, naturally, being the smart, efficient, and frankly lazy girl she is, she decided to potty train me in the fastest way possible. So, every time I would go in my diaper, she would softly take me down the stairs into the garage, put me inside, close the lights, and make scary noises on the other side. And you know, she thought it was hilarious. My brother thought it was hilarious. I was crying on the other side, please let me in, please let me in. And eventually, she let me in, and she would give me a hug and go, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do it, I just had to. And so, you know, these unconventional methods, it might have traumatized me for garages for a while, but I was potty trained in 2 weeks, 100%, no flaws. And, you know, success like that doesn't come easy. You can't write that in a book. So, but really, my sister is basically like a second mom to me. We have a little bit of an age gap, so she's always been older, but that means she's given me the best advice. I'm a self-proclaimed hothead. I get very emotional really easily, but she's always the voice of reason in my life. She always helps me rationalize things, talk me down, and make sure that I'm seeing clearly before I do anything dumb. And really, she's the best sister I ever could ask for, and I love you so much. Wes, you got a good one. Thank you, everybody.
All right, next up, I would like to welcome the groom's brother, Brian, to the dance floor for a very special speech.
So growing up as a twin was definitely a very unique experience. There's no one else on this planet that can make me smile, laugh, cry, and scream, except for Wes. And growing up as a twin, I always had a built-in best friend, so someone with me on the first day of basketball practice, soccer practice, baseball practice, birthdays to share, and someone to share the first day of school with. So speaking of the first day of school, I can remember in kindergarten, when we were 5 years old in a new school, our mom took us the first day, and as she was beginning to leave and all the other parents were beginning to leave, all the other kids started crying. And I was about to burst into tears, but I had Wes with me. I know for a fact if Wes wasn't with me, I would be bursting into tears. So would Wes. I'm a mama's boy, so is he. But really, my mom said before she left, you guys are lucky to have each other. And looking back on that, we really were. And I take it for granted because obviously that's all I know growing up as a twin, but having someone with me every step of the way, I feel very lucky and blessed. And over the years, people ask me, can you read Wesley's mind? Can you experience what he's experiencing? And I say, yeah. There's something called the twin sixth sense. And let me tell you about the story about when I first experienced this twin sixth sense. So for some context, at the time, we're 5 years old, and one of our favorite things to do is going over to our older cousin's house and playing the video game Street Fighter. And so Street Fighter is a martial arts game. We pick a character, they fight each other. And our favorite character was a character called Ryu. And his signature move was the hurricane kick. And as you can imagine, the hurricane kick is it's a high kick like this. I don't want to rip my pants in front of everybody, but it's a high kick and you're spinning around in circles. And so one day, we're on the playground at school during lunch, and I turned to Wes, and I said, I dare you to do a hurricane kick right now. And he said, where? I said, right here. And he said, okay. And so he gears up to do the hurricane kick, but unfortunately, as he's doing it, a classmate of ours walks into the picture, and Wesley nails our classmate right in the stomach. And if this was the video game, it was a clean kick, so this would have been a one-hit KO knockout. But unfortunately, in the real world, you can't go around kicking people, even if you're 5 years old. But that was the first time either of us had gotten in trouble. And I can remember feeling like having an out-of-body experience that I was the one sitting in the principal's office the rest of the afternoon while Wes was. But was it really me having that twin sixth sense, or just feeling like a jerk because I got him in trouble? Probably the latter. So let's fast forward to Wes being in Omaha. Ashley and I went to go visit Wes, and as part of our activities, we were going to go see the movie Crazy Rich Asians. And Wesley said, well, I started dating this girl. Is it okay if she comes along? And I said, sure, I'll try not to embarrass you too much. And so that's where we met Shilpa for the very first time. We were pleasantly surprised to learn that she was from California and temporarily stuck in Nebraska, just like Wes. And so we go see the movie. It's Shilpa, Wesley, Ashley, and myself all in a row. And towards the end of the movie, I peer over cautiously because I'm trying to see what the body language is like, what the chemistry is like. Because it's their third date, so it can still be in that awkward phase. Had Wesley stretched his arm and put his arm around Shilpa? Were they both just sitting there like they're in a biology lecture? Or had Shilpa maybe even left at that point? I mean, if you're ever going to leave a date unconspicuously, you might as well do it in a movie theater when the movie's playing. It's dark, it's loud, your date is preoccupied. But I turned and looked, and they were holding hands. They looked cute. I don't know who initiated what, but good job, guys. Way to make some. Wesley did, okay. Way to make some progress. And so I want to close this by saying, Shilpa, you're so patient, kind, and understanding. I want to underscore the patient part, because you're way more patient with Wes than I could ever be. And we're so appreciative of you taking care of Wes in Omaha when he had his back issues. My family's really grateful for that. And I know both of your ideal Friday nights is playing Pokemon on the couch, getting takeout food, and maybe watching some Love is Blind and going to bed by 10:30, and then Wes will watch a scary movie on his phone until 2 a.m. So I'm really happy for you both, and Shilpa, we're really happy to have you as part of the family.
All right, next up, I would like to welcome the groom's parents, John and Carol Kabashagawa.
Great. Thank you. I'm John Kabashagawa. I'm Wesley's dad, and this is Wesley's mom, Carol, my wife, Carol. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Wes. Many of you have commented to me already that Wes takes a little after me. He's tall, he's a good dancer, and he's handsome. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, huh, Wes? Well, let me tell you something else that Wes and I share, and that's a great passion for fishing. Now, Wes, by the way, will go hiking 5 to 10 miles up the Sierra Nevadas to get up to those pristine alpine lakes, and he's even caught a coveted golden trout. Now, that's my goal at some point in time. But if you are a fisherman, you realize that you have to have some qualities, and that is patience. And many times you don't even catch fish, and so you really have to have an appreciation for the beauty of nature. And that's something that leads me down to Shilpa. Wes has shown great patience over the many years in waiting for somebody as wonderful as Shilpa. And certainly Shilpa has that quality of the beauty of nature, both within and without. So with that, Shilpa, we'd like to welcome you to our family. Thanks so much, and here's Carol.
As John just said, we're so excited and feel truly blessed to be able to welcome Shilpa into our family. We know that Wesley is a very lucky fellow to have found someone so special to spend the rest of his life with. Shilpa, you are kind, compassionate, understanding, and patient. You have the most beautiful smile and the most compassionate heart. We know all these things are a reflection of the parents and family who have nurtured you through the years, and we're grateful to Ravi and Vijaya for raising such a wonderful daughter. We'd like to thank Ravi and Vijaya for generously planning such a beautiful and memorable weekend celebration. I know that Vijaya has spent countless hours working on wedding plans with Shilpa to create this beautiful week and weekend of celebrating for all of us. So I want to extend a special thank you to Vijaya.
All right, next up, I would like to welcome the bride's parents. Please welcome Vijaya and Ravi Bodla to the dance floor.
Thank you very much for coming. I see so many faces, close family, friends from across the country coming to this weekend to celebrate this beautiful occasion in spite of COVID-related concerns and the travel difficulties and cost of travel these days, tremendous amounts. Thank you so much. It means a lot for me, to our families, and Shilpa and Wes. Thank you very much. Aditi Devo Bhava. This is a Sanskrit sentence that means you treat guests like a god. So, how you are doing? Are you enjoying the festivities? How were our dances and Sangeet yesterday? Thank you so much. In San Antonio, people expect certain quality when Botla family throws a party. Are we to the standards? Thank you. Shilpa, you look beautiful, Amma. You are smart, kind, caring, and turn out to be a confident young woman. Sorry, Chinna. This is from my heart. I missed many of your activities when you were growing up. I regret that till today. I was new to this country when you were born. I was an intern and poor. I was trying to establish myself, and I missed many of your earlier activities. I am so sorry about it. I wish I can take those days back. Believe me, when I was there or not, always my heart is with you, and you are always in my thoughts. But I can promise you, moving forward, any big event or small event in your family, I will be there for you. And I will be like a crazy glue stick to you forever. Thank you. Wesley, thank you so much for today. We are waiting for this day for many, many years. I learned a lot about you in the last 3 years, but I am still learning. And you are caring, smart, and thoughtful young man, and I am sure Shilpa will be happy with you. Welcome to the family. Now you have 2 more new parents and 2 more siblings. Lots of mouths to feed. Be careful, we are not cheap dates. For both of you. Marriage is not between you two. As you see, it is between 2 families. So when you have happy moments or troubles, please include us in your discussions and include us in your decision process. We will be there always for you. I can promise you the love and affection will get sweeter and stronger with the time. I can watch that with my own experience. I, without any doubt, love this beautiful lady today than I married her 34 years ago. So be happy, enjoy life, excel in your professions, and have a wonderful life together. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. As Ravi said, we want to thank you all for coming and making this past 2 days such a memorable time. Shilpa and Wesley, congratulations. Daddy and I are so happy to see you here tonight looking so lovely. Even as a little girl, she always was so patient. I remember when Daddy was in residency and we didn't have enough money to buy airline tickets to take you to Disney World. So we drove from Chicago to Orlando. You were just 2 years old and sat in your car seat for over 10 hours each day without any electronic devices to distract you. And once again today, you waited a long time, not compromising, until you found the right person who makes you happy. Wesley, thank you for being there for Shilpa when she needs you and supporting her these past 3 years. We wish you both many years of happiness together. I also want to take this time to thank many people who made this wedding weekend possible. First, John and especially Carol, who have been so helpful in making this wedding a success. So many emails, texts, and phone calls, but we made it. I would also like to thank the Santa Clara Convention Center, especially Elaine Rapahan, for being such a wonderful resource this past year. A huge thank you to our amazingly organized wedding planner, Tejal Patel from Ambiance by Tejal, for helping us create a dream team of vendors. MP Singh Photography, Kaleidoscope Studios for the video and the live streaming of all of our events. Jelsa Kawashima and Live Sushi for the amazing catering and food these past couple of days. Happy Graywall with Wicked Entertainment for the music, sound, and lighting. And last but not least, the amazing decor team. Did you love the decor these past couple days? Fine Linen Creations, Terry Dudley and Macio Oliveira. And Edgar Martinez of Flowers by Edgar. You have outdone yourselves. You all did the most amazing job with the decor at all of our events. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We truly cannot thank you enough. You know, being in Texas and having a wedding in California has been such a challenge, but I couldn't have done any of this without the constant support of my sister Lakshmi and my father Venkatesh Reddy and the powerhouse of my family, my mother, Amma. You have more energy than any of us put together, and you kept us on task. Thank you so much. We love you so much. And also a big thank you to all of my sister and brother-in-laws and nieces and nephews at this table who have been helping us this past week with so many of these last-minute tasks. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. And we just hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you again for sharing this memorable moment with our family. And last, I also forgot to thank Lennon and Ramadevi, who are Ravi's brother-in-law and sister, who did so much for us in India. You know, we are missing their presence along with our family as they couldn't come due to visa issues from India. We miss you all, and we hope that you're watching on live stream. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Let's party.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gents, let's get one more big round of applause for all those very special speeches. Next up, we have the father-daughter dance, so Ravi, don't go too far. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a big round of applause for Ravi and Shilpa.
सकदी नहीं मैं जी सकदा नहीं कोई दूसरी मैं शर्तां भी रखदा नहीं क्या तेरे बाजो मेरा सच्चियां मोहब्बतां वे माही किते और नहीं मिलना जिथे भी तू चले
Next up, I would like to welcome Wesley and his mother Carol to the dance floor for the mother-son dance.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you will be in my heart. Yes, you will be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You will be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be here in my heart, always.
All right, ladies and gents, let's get a big round of applause for Wesley and his mother. All right, now I'd like to welcome David Iminaka to the dance floor, and he's going to do a special bonsai cheer for us. So please welcome David.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? How about a hand for Wesley and Shilpa? My name is David Imanaka. It is a lovely evening and nice to meet all of you tonight. I have been tasked with a very simple task tonight, to serve as your unofficial Japanese American cultural consultant for the evening. Just kidding. I'm going to lead you all in what's called a bonsai cheer. Now, some of you may have done this before, but for those who have not, bonsai literally translates to 10,000 years. It is a way to wish long life and prosperity to the wishy. A bonsai cheer, the first half at least, is one where I'm going to introduce the new bride and groom by saying Shinro Shimpu, after which I will say bonsai 3 times. And after each time, I need all of you to yell bonsai towards Wesley and Shilpa. We're going to do a quick practice run. So in your normal room voices, let's try this once. Shinro Shimpu, bonsai. 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 Very good. Now, for the real deal. Okay? I'd like to ask all of you to please stand up out of your chairs. Gird yourselves. You ready? Get set. Shinro Shimpu! Bonsai! 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 Woo! Thank you.
All right, how about a few words from our bride and groom? Please, let's welcome our bride and groom for a very special speech.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. And I hope that you're enjoying not only today, but have enjoyed these past couple of days of festivities, because I know that Wes and I have loved every single second that we've got to spend with all of you. First, I'd like to say thank you once again to our incredible vendors. Every single vendor that we have had the pleasure of working with has been so kind to us and gone above and beyond to make sure that this experience is the best possible. So thank you to all of you. And as my dad said, a marriage is not just between a bride and a groom. It's about the merging of families. And I have to say, I have one of the hands down absolute best families in the world. So I would like to say a huge thank you to all my cousins, all my aunts, all my uncles, the ones who've traveled from so far away and the ones who are here in the Bay Area. My main wish was to come back home to California, and I'm so happy to be back here and to be able to reconnect with everyone here, and also just to see all of my cousins from San Antonio who came. Spending time with all of you has been my favorite part of this whole wedding. And when I talk about family, I'm not just talking about the family that I'm biologically related to. I'm also talking about my adoptive family, all of my uncles and aunties from San Antonio who, went through so much trouble to come here and spend time with us and congratulate us and just have been the biggest help. You have seen me grow up, and I've enjoyed spending my life with you guys, and I couldn't ask for a better support system than all of you. And now I am so excited to add a third family to my incredible support system that I've had. John and Carol, you are the best parents-in-laws that I could ask for. Brian, Laura, and Ashley, I am so excited to have 3 more siblings, and Laura and Ashley, especially 2 sisters. I've always wanted sisters growing up, so I feel so lucky and blessed that I finally have them now. Not saying that my brothers aren't great, because you guys are the best, but it is nice to have sisters too now. And all of Wes's family and his community that he grew up with. I've gotten to know some of you over the past 3 years that we've been together, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you even more in the future. I can see that you are such a supportive and tight-knit group, and I'm just so excited to be part of your family. And lastly, I just want to say a special thank you to my grandparents. Sorry, I always cry when I talk about my grandparents. Mama and Tata, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me, all the work that you've put into this wedding, and just into me my whole life. I'm so blessed that I have my grandparents here at my wedding to celebrate with me. And I hope that this weekend has been as special for the 2 of you as it's been for me. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and to each and every one of you here, I love you, and I look forward to everything that we do together in the future. Thank you.
Well, this day has been, the past few days have been, the past week, have been absolutely amazing. And as much as this is, of course, a celebration of Shilpa and my union, it would not be what it is without all of you. So like so many people before me, I think it's really important to acknowledge just all of you who are here today. And I want to start with the Lucaretti family and the Botla family. I am so honored and humbled to be joining into such a large, and also incredibly supportive and loving family. Well, thank you. I'm so excited for the many years to come. And from what I hear, I guess I make a pretty good Telugu boy. But mind you, you only get those dance moves once a year. And also, I want to say a special shout out to, I guess, my mama and tata. You've both been so kind to me coming into the family, cooking for me when I'm working those 10-hour shifts in Reno and I'm coming back exhausted. It's so nice to be able to open up my fridge and see all this frozen Indian food that I can just pop in the microwave and eat. Thank you for increasing my spice tolerance and also completely destroying my taste buds. And just wrapping up with the Botla family and the Lucaretti family, Vijaya, Auntie, and Ravi Uncle, or actually, let me take that back, Attiya and Mama. I've been practicing that for a long time. Like I said before, I am just so humbled and honored to be your son-in-law. And I promise you, I will do my absolute best to take care of Shilpa, the same way that she has cared for me, and I'm looking forward to becoming part of your immediate family. And moving on to my side. There are so many of you here, so many different groups, so I apologize in advance if I'm unable to name you all specifically, but I will do my absolute best. I want to first start off with my Westview friends. My friends from middle school who I've known since age 12, my Barat entourage. Thank you so much for being here. Your friendship over the years has meant so much to me, and I'm so glad that we're continuing on, and I'm looking forward to 50, 60, 70 more years of friendships with you. I also want to thank those coming from my Japanese American community, those I grew up playing J-League basketball with, those I attended church camp with, and played in all those Asian Christian leagues, and of course the Westlake community, the Ige clan, and also my life group. It's an honor to have you here, as well as a small group of young, I was going to say young boys, but now young men that I had mentored when I was in college. I'm so honored that you're here today. And of course, my USC undergrad friends, my USC graduate school friends, and my University of Nebraska-Lincoln psychologist friends. We did it. We escaped the corn. I also want to thank family as well. The Okazaki clan, the Kawata clan, of course, Kobashigawa clan, and the Goyas, and the Arakawas. Thank you so much for being here. Last but not least, to my parents, wow, you guys really emphasize the patience piece. I like to think of myself as a fairly gregarious person and easy to get along with, but I guess you have to have a lot of patience with me at times. Thank you for being so patient with me throughout this whole process. You two have been so wonderful and kind, and I appreciate how over the years, one of the constants with you has been never giving up, even when, during my youth years, I know they were very difficult, and I acknowledge those. So thank you for sticking with me, and I hope the young man that I've grown up to become has honored you. So to wrap up, again, with the Botla family, the Lucaretti family, everyone here, we're just, again, so humbled and excited for our lives together. And we could not be happier to celebrate with everyone here. So please eat, drink, dance, maybe not at the same time, but enjoy yourselves tonight. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more item on the program. I would like to welcome the bride's father back onto the dance floor for a very special toast. Please welcome Ravi Botla.
One more time. Please raise a glass to toast this young couple for a healthy, joyful, and a long-lasting married life. We love you both. Cheers! Cheers!
At this time, I'd like to request everyone to please sit tight. We're going to release tables here for dinner here momentarily, but as we release your table for dinner, we would like you guys to come up and take a picture with the bride and groom on the stage. So hang tight, and we will release tables here in just a few moments. Thank you. right, at this time I'd like to welcome tables 1 and 2 to please come up and take a picture with the bride and groom, and then you are free to help yourself to dinner. So tables 1 and 2, please do help yourselves. Thank you. Tables 3 and 4, I would like to welcome you guys to come take a picture with the bride and groom, and then feel free to get dinner. Thank you. Tables 5 and 32, I would like to welcome you guys over to the dance floor. Next. Tables 6 and 30, tables 6 and 30, I would like to welcome you guys onto the dance floor. Once again, as you're done taking your picture, you are free to help yourself to dinner. Once again, once you're done with pictures with the bride and groom, please do help yourself to dinner. Thank you. Tables 11 and 31, I would like to welcome you guys onto the dance floor. Once again, tables 11 and 31. Tables 12 and 20, once again, tables 12 and 20, I would like to welcome you guys onto the dance floor. And then you are free for dinner. tables 10 and 33. Once again, tables 10 and 33. I'd like to welcome you guys on the dance floor, and then you are free for dinner. Next up, tables 13 and 28. 13 and 28. I would like to welcome you guys on the dance floor for a picture with the bride and groom, and then enjoy dinner. tables 18 and 23. Once again, tables 18 and 23. I would like to welcome you guys onto the dance floor. And then help yourself to dinner. Thank you. Tables 21 and 22, once again, tables 21 and 22. I'd like to welcome you guys to have a picture with the bride and groom, and then help yourself to dinner. Thank you.